2021-2022. Incontro Roma-Inter. Arbitro il signor Giordano. Assistenti i signori Bezzanti e Melcioni. Quarto ufficiale il signor Monaco. La formazione dell'Inter: con il numero 1 William Rovida, con il numero 4 Mattia Sangalli, con il numero 5 Anni Otti, con il numero 6 Franco Carboni, con il numero 7 Lorenzo Paschella, con il numero 8 Cesare Casanelli, con il numero 9 Oliver Jürgens, con il numero 14 Giovanni Fabiani, con il numero 19 Alessandro Silvestro, con il numero 22 Fabio Aliuso, con il numero 23 Andrea Moretti. Allenatore Cristian Cippo. A disposizione con il numero 12 Matteo Basti, con il numero 21 Nicolaos Nessos Otis, con il numero 10 Nicola Iliev, con il numero 15 Alessandro Fontana Rosa, con il numero 18 Francesco Nunziatini, con il numero 25 Samuel Krieger, con il numero 27 Christian Dervisci, con il numero 29 Andrea Enamatti, con il numero 30 Enoch Owusu, con il numero 35 Ian Zuberek, con il numero 38 Valentin Carboni. E la formazione della Roma: con il numero 1 Davide Mastrantonio, con il numero 2 Filippo Missori, con il numero 3 Javier Iago Vicario, con il numero 5 Filippo Trini, con il numero 6 Amir Ferakovic, con il numero 9 Antonio Satriano, con il numero 10 Cristian Volpato, con il numero 15 Marissa Codù Ndiaye, con il numero 16 Giacomo Faticanti, con il numero 22 Yuri Rocchetti, con il numero 29 Luigi Cherubini. Allenatore Alberto De Rossi. A disposizione con il numero 30 Gabriele Dati, con il numero 40 Jacopo Del Bello, con il numero 4 Raul Moritelli, con il numero 7 Joel Axel Persson Golgari.
Final match of the under-19 season. Chance to write a page in history. And 9 days after the men's competition was decided on this ground, the 2021-22 season in the under-19s, the Primavera will be decided here as well, with the respective captains Trippi and Sangalli ready to come out and lead their sides. Roma coming through after beating Juventus by 2-0. Relatively simple for them. Trippi scoring his first goal of the season. Quite a different story for Inter, who were 3-0 down to Cagliari at half-time and still trailing at that scoreline until the 77th minute, when substitute Abiuso came in, scored twice, the second in the 90th minute, and then Oliver Jürgens in the added time saw them come through because they finished higher in the league standings. Roma, after the regular season, were in first place with 71 points. Inter with 64. But it's here tonight at the Mapei Stadium to see who will be crowned champions of the Primavera of 2022. Great great rivalry between these two sides down the years, and this season Roma having the better of it. The other youngsters from the various sections watching on, and other fans come into the ground in anticipation of the season finale here for the Primavera Scudetto between Roma and Inter. Two teams with a great history in picking up the Giacinto Facchetti trophy, named after the Inter legend who died in 2006, as we see another Inter legend himself and former Roma player Christian Chivu on the left, and with him De Rossi, who tonight is bowing out after 19 years on the bench leading the under-19s and looking for his fourth triumph as the Primavera boss. So Trippi and Sangalli coming together with our referee this evening, Giordano, and his linesman Belsante and Lincione to his left and right. So everybody more or less in position for this final game of the season. A last photo, a last smile for the cameras for the Giallorossi and the Nerazzurri. And that is what they're playing for, the much prized Scudetto for the under-19 division. Inter with 10 victories if they can come through Roma tonight, and they will be the highest winning side of any. De Rossi can take Roma to 9, level with Inter and with Torino. He said that he felt the pressure of the occasion in the final match of his tenure, and the responsibility to the club, a club that he knows well. Joined them from Ajax before moving to Inter, where he won all the trophies, including the famous treble under Jose Mourinho. Now, will his defence be better organised here today? Remember, Roma won the regular season to come into the playoffs, directly into the semis. They've been chased all year, said De Rossi, by Inter. And they're here tonight, the Giallorossi, to make this their 9th crown. We're underway here at the Mapei. It is Roma kicking us off. Roma make no changes from the 2-0 victory over Juventus in the semi-finals. It was played midweek at Enzo Ricci Stadium now. They've had an extra day to recover, Roma, as Ndie was one of the best performers there. Over to Ferratovic, 3-4-1-2, 3-4-2-1 for the Giallorossi from the capital. Nice pass into Jurgens, who lays it out to the right-hand side, keeping the tempo high. Sangalli thought he got his first goal in that dying moment of the match against Cagliari, but it was eventually given to Jurgens, the two of them coming so close together. Hotti slipping it out to Silvestro. There are 2 changes for Chivu's team as the flick on, coming through Jurgens again. And there's a little push with Ndie, one of the older players, and on average the Roma squad is older than Inter, and that seemed to be an advantage, more physical development and also a little more experience. That said, Mastrantonio in the Roma goal, who's going to be kicking this one out. He's only 18 years of age, 2004 crop. Ferratovic into the middle. Vicario, the Spaniard, who scored the 2nd goal, his first of the season as well, after Trippi with the free kick. A splendid effort it was too. Misori down the line into Satriano, tries to turn, and a throw in disastrous performance in the first half. Kivu had to admit it, but great intensity and determination to never give up and get level with Cagliari as the chase by Jürgens, the Estonian. 6 goals in the league, 1, as I mentioned, in the playoffs so far. Feratovic. Good turn there by Cherubini. Looking after the possession well. Trippi, born in Rome. A number of the squad players are. Ndaye. Certainly one of the most mature players, Ndaye. Born in Senegal. As the whistle goes. Played out a 1-1 draw at Trigoria back in March. It was a 1-0 victory for Roma in the game played up in Milan. And last year, Inter had the better of things, winning home and away against Roma. Volpato played 3 games in the first team over this ball. To the back of the box, and Trippi couldn't make the contact. Good defending by Casadei. A number of these players are teammates with the Italian national side under 19s. This is opening up the space. Clever idea. Is it a shot? It isn't far away. And Rovida in the internet, who was at fault for De Sorgus's free kick. Lovumbo then scored, and De Sorgus again as Inter switched off in the final seconds of the first half against Cagliari, again in the semi-final at the Stadio Ricci just down the road. This is the ground where Sassuolo play, if you aren't familiar with that, in Serie A, and where Milan claimed their 19th Scudetto a week ago on Sunday. Pass from Misori. Now in the centre with Vicario. Nice and busy, Rocchetti. And the skills from Volpato, but he's run off the ball well by Hotti. And they can bring it forward now. Fabian. Inter in their 4th final since 2017. Twice winners. The last one was a loss against Atalanta as they push forward here with Jürgens. Pescatolo with a shot. Big deflection. First attempt on target. Mastrantonio unconcerned. The Roman. Italian under 18. 12 clean sheets this season, Mastrantonio. In the regular season, +1 against Juventus. Not too many scares there against the Bianconeri. Last triumph for Roma was 2016 when they beat Juve in the final. After 1-1, it went to penalties following extra time, and they triumphed by 7 penalties to 6 under Madonna, former coach. Oh, correction, De Rossi. Madonna, the former coach of Inter. This on the left side now developing. Rocchetti made the overlapping run back into Trippi. 5 minutes already gone. That's a lax pass from the captain, and Inter can bring it away. Sliding challenge from Ndiaye. 2002 class. He was red carded in the Inter match in March. 69th minute, second booking. Feratovic. Rocchetti. Good running behind by Volpato. Wasn't picked up by the midfield, and it's a delicate first touch. This is good from Roma. Overlapping run. Satriano on his own in the box, and a clumsy challenge. A challenge that sees the foul given, and Silvestro can't make too much complaints. '21 league appearances for Alessandro Silvestro this season. '34 game season in total. So the first attacking free kick, 5 in the box waiting. Good shape on the volley. And Faticante Couldn't keep it under control, but it was a good opportunity, no doubt about that. Had a long time to watch it onto his boot. A lot of players to get past. Last goal was the winner against Spout in round 29 of the regular season, so in the end of February, or rather March. Also going to see the Pier Mario Morosini Award given at the end of the game for the best player of the match. Last season it was Tommaso Baldanzi. And Empoli beat Atalanta 5-3. Baldanzi, one of the midfielders there. After last season was played at the Enzo Ricci and there was no competition because of COVID in 2020. The Tardini the year before that, back at the Mappe for the first time in 4 years. Both these sides have won the Primavera Scudetto. Day against, using that physicality, he's got an advantage and he's using it, and why wouldn't he? Supposedly valued around 200,000 euros already in Day. Just 20 years of age. Some could say that's a little late in his development. We've already seen a lot of Roma players this season. Volpato mentioned he's made his debut and scored for Roma in Serie A, in the top division. Also we saw Bove, Zalewski, Afenajan, who scored 5 goals in 6 games in the Primavera before getting brought up by Jose Mourinho. Less so into the Casadei, who was involved in trying to block that ball off. He would have got a chance, so we understand. Good feet there from Casadei. But given away, and a chance out of nothing for Roma there. He's already unable to get the shot away. Casadei would have got an opportunity for a substitute appearance under Simone Inzaghi had it not gone right to the wire the league season in the men's division. Trippi turning away. Ndiaye. Vicario. Couple of years now in Rome. Vicario, the Spaniard, is its right side. Faticanti finds Misori's cross. And again, Roma looking the more dangerous in the opening 10. Cherubini. Another good ball in. Misori's touch and, well, chasing shadows at the moment. Inter giving the ball away again, and not so dissimilar than what we saw against Cagliari, where they were all over the place. Deservedly went behind. It's really heartbreaking for Cagliari how they just failed to hold on. Then again, great courage from Inter. Speed there from Volpato. Well, this is a sort of occasion, having featured even as a starter for the full side, to take advantage of the opposition, show his quality. But it's Silvestre on the far side with numbers in the box, and here the chance developing. Pescatolo with the attempt, and it's a corner. First opportunity where Inter really get players into the box, showing their speed down the right-hand side. And it's last touch by Vicario. Pescatolo, 3 goals in the regular season. Class of 2003. Good shape in. Defense not picking up the ball. Roma conceded in their last 3 regular season games before that clean sheet against Juve, and that's disappointing. An opportunity just beyond the post by Abiuso. And if you score a double like he did off the bench to get them into the final, well, Kivu had to give him a start. As a matter of fact, will he be able to have such an impact from the first whistle as Volpato? It's well cut out by Franco Carboni and his brother Valentin, both in the squad. Valentin, one of those who dropped out, replaced by Abiuso for the first whistle, called up by Scaloni to the full national side of Argentina in March 2022. And with a number of other teenagers from Manchester United, Valencia. Ball into the channel. And we've seen great players for both these sides down the years under De Rossi. Recently for Inter, we think of the likes of Nicolo Zaniolo, who actually plays for Roma these days. The ball down the line, but it's good pace and determination to win it back. Slid into Rovida. Third most minutes of any player this season, William Rovida. From the Roma youth, wouldn't have to look much further than Alberto De Rossi's son, Daniele De Rossi. Zalewski really has impressed this season, worthy of mention. Being a regular starter straight out of the Primavera to winning the confidence of Jose Mourinho. That is no small feat, and not something you see that often. Afanajan didn't get quite as many minutes, so he scored that incredible double on debut against Genoa. As we see Vicario, rather Ferratovic bringing it forward, interchanging with his captain Trippi. Ferratovic from Ljubljana in Slovenia. He's been a Slovenian international since under-16s. Got the under-19 Euros coming up after this, so a lot of the players in their respective squads will be featuring. Volpato, Misori. Showing their ability to play it in relatively tight spaces, pushing forward, dispossessed from behind was Jurgens. He's still going, saw the run across. And right on the edge of the area, that is a free kick and a shooting position. And the challenge by Ferratovic, not a clever one. Well, it's got to be the number 8, Cesare Casadei from Ravenna. First experiences in youth level with Cesena. Well, Casadei scored his last league goal from this sort of position. With the young stars for the future. Can he shine now? Really good position, setting it up for the top corner. Cesare Casadei over the bar. Frustrated with himself, but not a bad attempt at all. He's going to be involved in Carmine Nunziata's plans, the coach of the under-19s. When Italy open up their account against Romania on the 18th of June. There's Bruno Conti, a Roma player, his coach as well, watching on. Legend of Roma. "15 minutes gone. Close game. Some good signs from both teams. Such a storming run, Roma, at the beginning of the season. The first 12 matches went unbeaten, just a couple of draws, the rest all wins, and they never looked back. They never lost first place, but the fact that Inter were always behind them, said De Rossi in the greatest respect, is that shows how determined Inter were, always nipping at their heels, trying to close that gap, trying to finish top of the table as it comes across and taken down well by Faticanti. Had that volley earlier on, remember. This is Misori. It's on the outside, but it's well blocked off by the Argentinian Carboni, and it'll be a throw-in. Misori. Another one of the Roman crop. 15 to under-18s Italian international. Carboni looking for his option. Does have a good throw on him. Dae. Plenty of time to make that pass. Too close to Casadei, but they're still moving it. Rocchetti, and that's been put behind unwittingly by Hotti, and it will be a corner kick for Roma. Good opportunity. We've seen some high-scoring games, like I mentioned last year, over a year ago. Atalanta 3, Empoli 5, but then Inter's last final, they lost by a goal to nil when Ibrahima Kohli scored the only goal in the 84th minute. And Dejan Kulusevski won the Pier Mario Morosini Award. 5 inside the box. Nice shape to it, but it's headed away without too much trouble. Cushion header by Faticanti. Still there for Missouri, and this side of the defence has been a problem in terms of passing out for Inter. Swung in by the captain Trippi. The header's gone back across. And Rovida, staying calm, unflustered, just watches it wide. Half chance there. But Satriano unable to direct it. There's Pepe Marotta, sporting director of Inter, the entire club. Anyone who follows Italian football will know well Mr. Marotta is. Showpiece event here. Opportunity to join the great names and former teams down the years to win this much prized trophy. That's what it's all about. That's what they played the 34 league games for. We saw Atalanta take the Coppa Italia, beating Fiorentina. It's coming away through Pescetolo. Good balance. Feratovic, physical, but fair. And Satriano running a lonely furrow up front on his own, with Cherubini pushing out wide to the left-hand side. So a lot of the players struggling with cramp in the games played at the Stadio Enzo Ricci quarter-final semis. That wasn't a case of muscle tension. It was the collision between the two. Cherubini, the one who's come off feeling a little worse. 7 goals this season, Cherubini. Top scorer person on the bench. Pato with 11. Carnevali, sporting director of Sassuolo. He's very much at home in this ground, and one of the movers and shakers in the market. And of course, there are a lot of sporting directors involved in the acquisition of young players. We'll be looking to see here if there's anyone of potential also for Serie B, Serie C, or perhaps even abroad. If we went back to the 2011 victory for Roma, for example, Mattia Montini scored a hat-trick in the 3-2 win over Varese. He's now playing second division football in Poland. But then there's Nicolo Zaniolo, plays with the national side for Italy, plays for Roma. Pinamonti had another excellent season. Also scored in this final in 2017 when Inter won. Cross in, dangerous. Missouri's touch. Little hesitation, and that's not the place to think twice. Missouri again. Well, you've got to say there that Fabian, standing still, staring at the ball, gave Roma that opportunity, that motivation to close him down. Now they have a corner kick. If it does finish square after 90 minutes, we go into extra time. If it's still level after that, we're going to penalties. Roma taking their time. Good shape to the ball, and that was a glorious chance. Vicario, after scoring the header, his first goal in the semi, could have put Roma ahead here. He gets up highest. Maybe Sangalli, the Inter captain, does enough to make it difficult. But it's a really good chance. Came from Numancia Youth in September 2020 to Roma. Vicario, the Spaniard. As the ball goes down the line and underneath it, that's a good touch. Just gives himself an extra few seconds. Now eventually cleared away from danger. Well played, Casadei. As a midfielder to have been so productive in goal, in front of goal, Casadei 14, the top scorer. Understand why there's the clamour to see him get his first opportunity with the top side. Maybe next season, maybe he'll be out on loan. So many do go out on loan. Deflection, that was risky. Risky by Ferratovic. But the referee, Giordano from Novara, decides it's just a throw-in, just gone beyond the midpoint of the first half. And in the process, Ferratovic, the Slovenian, has fallen awkwardly and hurt himself. 5 substitutions for both coaches, as we've seen in the men's division. Some of these will be ready to make the step up to full professional football. Some need a little more time to develop the magic spray. Always on hand to get players going again. Not the hottest evening. Cooling breaks not anticipated. Ferratovic waiting to come back on the onto the pitch. So Roma down a man, down a defender as into attack. Nice dummy, good feet, solid cross, and Fabian. Another athletic leap into the sky. But like Vicario before him, couldn't keep the header inside the frame of the goal. Fabian, one of those Italy under-19 internationals, along with Casadei, Fontana Rosa, Zanotti and Faticanti for Roma. The teammates there under Nunziata, although the squad hasn't been officially announced yet. Coming back inside of Pescetto. Now back into Ferratovic, who seems to be moving just fine after that little injury in the Volpato. Play on, says the referee. Jürgens. Fabian hesitates. Carboni with the natural left boot. Roma did well covering up, a little ambitious with the back heel. And Ndaye catching Moretti. Satriano just couldn't find his way through on that occasion. Casadei turning back inside. Fabian receives the pass, overlapping is Carboni. Changed the angle. Just a slight misjudgment there by Ndaye. Jürgens into Carboni. He'll shift it back down the line. Fabian into the captain Sangalli, who's crossed away by Ferratovic. Well, the stature of Ferratovic and Ndaye, a telling difference when those balls coming in. That foul has caught the attention of referee Giordano, and a wag of the finger, a point, and he's made it clear there to Pescatolo. He won't be having that anymore. Next one will be a yellow. De Rossi's first victory in 2005 when they beat Atalanta 2-0. The second, as I mentioned, against Varese, and the third in 2016. Both have lost finals, not under De Rossi, worth mentioning, but 1998 under Aldo Maldera. Roma lost to Atalanta, a goal to nil. That was played at the San Nicola, stadium that was built for the 1990 World Cup, 60,000 capacity. Ball into the channel, into chasing back with Silvestro. He's hesitated, he's dithered, he's recovered. Of course, these young boys at 17, 18, 19, and in some cases 20 are likely to make some questionable decisions, or part of the learning process. DA had the time and used it. Inter's most recent defeat was 2008 when they lost to Sampdoria in the final, 3-2. They also lost twice to Lecce, 2003, 2004. Fabian putting it over. Hotti controls and gives it back to the midfielder. Sangalli. Evenly balanced first 30 minutes. May well be a tight game. And to beat Fiorentina by 2-0 in 2018 here on this ground. Colidio and Rover needed extra time on that occasion though. 94th minute, 106th for the 2 goals. Oh, it's a good chance. There's an offside flag, the first of those we've seen in the game. Kivu won Coppa Italia with Roma as a player twice, and then went to Inter. Won all the trophies there 3 times with Serie A, the Mancini and Mourinho, and then the Champions League with Mourinho. Played 9 games in that 2009-10 Champions League run, 9 of 12. As well as winning the Coppa Italia and Serie A, something that's never been done since, nor had it been done before. Long kick out. Says the greatest pleasure he gets from the job. This is his first year in charge since replacing Madonna, is that he's able to see the players grow. De Rossi expect to be replaced by Primavera coach by Federico Guida. He's been the Teramo coach up to now, formerly with Fiorentina. It'll be a completely new look, of course, after 19 years, plus 10 in other levels of Roma football, as Casadei goes down under the challenge by Trippi. And just catching him on the top of the boot there. 20 years of age, Filippo Trippi. Too old to be going to Slovakia for the under-19s, and the top five finishes in that, so the final and the semis +1 will automatically qualify for the under-20 World Cup next in Indonesia. Some motivation there, as well as trying to win the tournament outright, as Hotti takes his time. It's a very tactical aspect to the game. It almost started the game brightly, knocking it around, but Inter have found their own rhythm. And that cross in is Metz on the run. It's good movement. It's courageous play to get there and find the Carboni ball. And a late run across the front of Feratovic. Had to have been Kivu speaking English. Don't think Alberto De Rossi does. On the far side is a free kick. Perhaps he does, as Cherubini tries to set off quickly. And the yellow card is shown. That's the first of the game, and there'll be plenty of Roma fans in the stadium because the big cheer went up. Kivu giving instructions to Jürgens, the Estonian number 9, who had that chance just before. Feratovic. It's good movement there by Rocchetti, but then he runs into trouble, trying to bite off more than he could chew. That's a free kick as well. Roma thought they'd won it back. They were ready to just launch to an unprotected defensive line, but referee Giordano had other ideas. It's not always the top 2 sides who qualify and make it to the final. We saw last year Empoli finished 6th place and were crowned champions, something they've done on multiple occasions. As the ball's played into Fabian, tries to turn away, looks for an option, gets rid of the following Ndeye, but they'll build it from the back. Moretti over to Hoti, and now this is Silvestro. Any player booked. Flat ball through the middle. Control and late challenge. Misori, that probably be pulled back afterwards, but now the counter with Faticanti. Satriano lets himself be drawn wide. Maybe not the right option, needed to be a little more incisive there, like this movement from Trippi, the captain, gone alone. And he's blocked off well by Moretti. Credit there to the Inter defender. Oh, and there's another little swing of the boot. Play on, says the referee. Satriano. Kivu doesn't believe it. The Giallorossi have the possession. Misori knocks it back inside. Good tempo here. Plenty of Inter defenders back. Determined to put in a better performance at the back this evening. Goals winning in the 14th, 43rd and 45 plus 2 against Cagliari to be 3-0 down at half-time. Or still nothing here as Feratovic turns himself into a flying fullback and then falls over. And now the booking coming out as expected. The ref wasn't going to let that challenge from Franco Carbone go by. So both fullbacks, Silvestro and Carbone, have had a yellow card stuffed in their faces. Taking it pretty lightly there with a smile, but got to keep the discipline. An hour to go. Rovida with 23 games in the league, shared 11 with Bottis, Nicolaos Bottis. Whereas Mastrantonio was the number 1, 31 of the 34. In the regular season. Roma organised again at the back. Patient play, Pescetolo. Crowded out, was off balance. Ooh, just got it as Volpato turning back to support, and then Trippi, awareness of space. Important second touch here, laid off. Played through the gap, and here goes Volpato. The run to his right, and Misori doesn't get there. Volpato still. Entertaining stuff. Are we going to see a goal? End of the 35th minute. Misori moving in. It was clever. Got in front of the defender. Filippo Misori did score 3 goals this season. The youngster, class of 2004. Ndaye. Trippi. Faticanti. Now Misori. The first chance we've heard this evening, and it's for Roma. And that free kick, Moretti making the challenge. No suggestion of a card. "20 years of age, Andrea Moretti. '64, Alberto De Rossi. Volpato's ball. Nice flight to it. Feratovic. Great chance. Vicario. couldn't pull the trigger. Trippi tried to find a gap in the defense. And that's a free kick. Now, is it a yellow card? Feratovic just getting a telling off. Well, he's gone airborne there, Abuso. Phantom foul of sorts. A handful of games this season for Feratovic. 19th in the squad for minutes played. 8 games. Struggled with injury to starting the season. Played most of those 8 in the spring. Moretti. Gonna keep it in the back for the moment as they draw Roma towards them. A little bit indecisive. Roma staying close to that pass into midfield. Now finally it does open up. They can turn. They can choose. And it's again into the back line. Casadei. Fascinating to see what Kivu has melded into the minds of these young men. In terms of the tactics, Sangalli over the top. Well, it would have been a nice move, but Feratovic judged the flight well. Outside of the boot by Satriano. Fabian into Carbone. Nice running behind there by Yerkens, who was expecting, hoping for a ball. This is Fabian. Cut out by Feratovic. Sangalli back into Hotti. And, no reason to worry there. Come again, Moretti. Longest spell of possession for Inter in the game so far. Period of Atalanta dominance coming to an end with them going out in the quarter-finals. They were a 4th place finisher in the division. Atalanta winning it in consecutive years, including the COVID year where the season itself wasn't fully completed and we didn't have any playoffs. And then losing the final last year, so not featuring as one of the top teams for the first time in 4 seasons. And the showpiece event. 40 minutes on the clock. Cherubini, good feet. Straight at the keeper. Faticante. In by Rocchetti. It was a good position for the cross. Feratovic realized he had space. A little bit too much gas on his ball, and so it breaks down. Now, this a very cheap corner kick awarded to Roma by the back pass from the Inter defense. Kivu played in European Championships as well for Romania, over 70 appearances for his national side. Just 4 men in the box as it's come short. Cherubini. And there is the first yellow card for a Roma player. Feratovic, 2 fouls in quick succession, and so having enough of that. The Inter fans trying to bring a chant to help their side along as it's worked into the right-hand side. Satriano, the Calabrian. Well, he had the option of Misori there, who made himself available. Substitutes going through their drills, but doubtful we're going to see either side make a change. Just 3 minutes remaining. First half's flown by. Not really any saves from Mastrantonio or Rovida to make. There have been chances, but they've either been blocked or gone beyond the frame of the goal. So it's tight as a final so often can be. There's nerves, there's not the willingness to over-commit too much. But one way or another, we are going to have a winner here tonight. Trippi is open, or he was. It was closed off, and then cleverly done by Rocchetti. Then put his foot to the pedal, and Roma down the left-hand side, looking dangerous. Men in the box, and Misori was getting there. It's a corner kick. It's well won. It's really enterprising football by Rocchetti down the left, and the idea was there. An early ball to find the man at the back of the box, Misori. His last goal was the 4th off the bench against Sampdoria. Back end of the spring, as it's deep, looking for Feratovic. Manages to keep it in the field of play. It's cross is dealt with by Casadei. Good to see some fans, because the semi-finals, quarter-finals, very quiet affairs really. Certainly no singing going on. Vicario. Volpato, determined, but runs straight into Sangalli, and that's a useful looking ball. Abiuso, just too much on it though, and we're into the 45th minute. Misori. Volpato backed himself in a tight space. Feratovic out to Rocchetti. It's better when they play the ball wide like that, Roma. Rocchetti's continued his run. Was a little slow to get the pass away for Faticanti, but still hold the possession. Now, is there time for one last chance here? Trippi. Ndaye. Let's see if there's any additional time added on. There's that one stoppage, remember, for Feratovic, who needed some treatment. Misori. And well dispossessed. Just one more minute, and that's enough time for Abiuso. Cuts inside, Abiuso! It was headed in. It struck the back of Pescetola's head, and he was in an offside position. Well, perhaps we're doing a disservice to Mastrantonio, who could have made the save. In any case, he was offside, and it wouldn't count. So that was a great touch with the instep of the 1 foot, and then brought it down with the right. Nice dummy, Satriano. Well, brilliant skill there before by Cherubini. One of the best we've seen in the half. Brazilian-esque. So that's it from the first half here in the Primavera final between Roma and Inter. It's scoreless, it's all to play for, and there's more to come soon. Don't go away.
What is it? It is fashion and style, heritage and diversity, creativity and innovation, but there's so much more to it. Everyday visionaries, original and refined, stylely effective, with unmatched quality on our mind. Every time you live it, wear it, feel it, taste it, you'll know it's true. It is our brand, cool and unique. It is something extraordinary. Be it.
Come quella volta che avevo appena comprato lo smartphone nuovo. Assurdo, non mi ricordo. Allora ho messo in vendita su le e in sezione l'ha vista mezz'ora. Tu guarda, che lo volevo per il suo tono di meccanica. Poi briglia. Eppure Claudia, che sogna di avere tenuto un po'. Magari per il mio fortunato.
Su eBay puoi vendere tutto perché trovi un valore in persone con un milione di interessi. eBay è un'altra storia.
Welcome back to the Mappe Stadium, where we're getting ready for second half action. The Primavera final between Roma 0, Inter 0. Chances to both sides, but not a lot of work for either keeper, with headers and shots either wide or being blocked. And so still waiting for the first goal in the 2022 Primavera final to decide who is going to lift the Scudetto for this season's action. Substitution for Roma for Alberto De Rossi at the beginning. And as you can see, the Greek defender Dimitrios Karamitsis come in. So Feratovic, who got the yellow card, obviously did hurt himself enough when he needed treatment. And Cherubini comes out to be replaced by Taharevic. So 2 substitutions. 3 remain for Roma. Referee Giordano gets us going again here. So the second half of the Primavera final here in Emilia-Romagna. Roma, who finished first in the regular season. Inter, who finished second. Roma going for their 9th crown. Inter, their 10th, and they would be the first ever to go into double figures. The senior squad failed to get their 2nd star and win their 20th Serie A title when Milan pipped them to it on the last day. Inter could add another trophy to the youth sector cabinet. It's also winning the Super Cup and the Coppa Italia this season in the senior squad. While in the under-19s, Fiorentina took the Super Cup, beating Empoli 4-3. As mentioned in the first half, Atalanta beat Fiorentina for the Coppa Italia crown, but it's going to be one of these two here tonight. Whether it's in regulation time, after 90 minutes, extra time, 15 minutes each way, or penalties. Sangalli knocking back into Moretti. Potti. Silvestro and Carboni were booked in the first half, and that was Silvestro knocking it long. Trippier leaving the boot in. And Giordano brought his whistle to bear. Sangalli switches it over. Early cross in, but shouldn't be any trouble there for Rocchetti. Have done well to cover the channels with Rocchetti and Misori trying to stretch the play. See Misori there right on the touchline on the top of your picture. Rocchetti on this near side the same. Compact in the midfield so far. Inter. Keramitzis on his weaker foot there. Rocchetti could do nothing but kick it out. His first season in charge, and it'd be certainly a seal of approval from Marotta and Mr. Zhang, the president, who was able to win the Primavera at the first attempt. Hotti. Casadei. Movement, sliding challenge by Keramitzis. Just a warning. A 17-year-old Greek, one of the youngest players in the Roma formation. Master Antonio, he'll know that Inter came back strong against Cagliari, scoring all 3 goals to overturn the 3-0 deficit at the half-time. Up to now, both keepers really have been spectators, not to make any saves. 4 minutes into the second half. Nobody at the back of the box. There's a bit more time there. And not the best technique in the end. Franco Carbone scored 2 goals in the league. Second most appearances of, the second most minutes of anyone. Casadei with the most. Kivu, the more animated of the 2 coaches on the sidelines. 41 years of age, Kivu, so 23 years at De Rossi's junior. Nice play by Satriano. Pato in the middle, keeper stayed back. And Casadei's header. Tahirovic, good turn. Solid block, now the edge of the area. Faticanti struggling to keep his shot on target. Good header by Vicario. Had one of the better chances in the first half. Trippi was stretching for that after Tahirovic's ball. Casadei, the other number 8, and he slides it straight into the path of the substitute Keramitzis, who's caught by Fabian. Quick feet from the Greek. And Fabian. To be careful now. The next one will probably be a booking. Joined Inter in 2018 from Padova. Undiay. Vicario. Tahirovic dropping deeper than we saw Cherubini do. Just seen Volpato go further forward. Trippi, Rocchetti, covering challenge by Silvestro, out. Roma throw in. Keremitzis, Vicario, still there for Inter, but the frame of Ndeye does its job. Trippi, Misori, just a little too inaccurate with the passing. Thumbs up in any case from Filippo Misori. Carboni to take the throw in. These two sides played each other a number of times in the Supercoppa final, never in the Primavera final. Just to decide the winner between the league and the Coppa Italia. 2017 Inter won after extra time, 2-1. Year before that at the Stadio Olimpico, it was Roma 4-0 thrashing over Inter. Deep ball in, Trippi's header, and away by Sangalli. So the two captains facing off. NBA trying to force it away from Satriano. Invents a pass, it works out. Tahirovic, Bosnian Swede. De Rossi wants to finish his almost 2-decade reign in style with silverware. Silvestro cuts back inside. Covering challenge there by Satriano, making it difficult for the defense to get it out. Moved to the capital, started out with the Crotone youth. Headed by Trippi, it's nicely done. Volpato, it's still not clear. Tahirovic. NBA. Well, they're taking up position in the opposition half, and how are they going to be able to use the ball? Keremitzis goes aerial towards Misori. Christian down. Praticanti turned. Misori crosses, and that's a corner kick. And the quality of the ball there by Pippo Misori, making that difficult for Moretti, who had no other option, he felt, to give this corner away. Ndiaye's arrived, as has Vicario. And 3 defenders in the box waiting. And just over the top of the Greek. Tahirovic. Rocchetti first time, and Ndeye is penalised. Closest we've come to a goal, but again, wouldn't have counted. First chance of the second half goes up. Rovida. Flick on by Casadei. It's a clumsy challenge there by Vicario. Silvestro. Well read by Keremitzis. Rocchetti. Satriano bounces it off Hotti, who has to try and make another touch. Does well. Look up from Silvestro, and again, but he realizes he's being tracked. And Hotti first time. Straight to the Roma captain, Trippi. Early layoff, but Inter with plenty numbers back. Defences have been on top in the first hour of play. Pescetola. Silvestro, it's well read. Chipped it through, Volpato returned, Rocchetti, he gets there. He was offside. Good interchange of passes and good vision too by Volpato, but clearly a couple of 3 meters beyond the last defender. So substitution now for Inter in attack by the looks of it. And that's where the two sides need sharpening up. I'll check that. Samuel Grigar. So Grigar, 22 appearances in the league for the 17-year-old. No goals from the Czech Republic. First substitution by Kivu. Fabian not happy to be taking an exit before the hour mark, but Kivu obviously feels he needs to change the balance in the midfield. Challenge there, play on. No, the referee thought twice. Tahirovic, De Rossi not convinced either, but Giordano, the referee, laying the law down to the young men. Tahirovic, no contact with the ball. Giacinto Facchetti Ciolfi, former Inter player, 18 seasons, his entire career with them. Grigar's pass, Casadei chips, not a bad idea. Again, the defence is organised well enough as Hotti finds Moretti. This is Carboni's pass straight out. Facchetti, over 600 appearances for Inter, is also the captain of the Italian national side for 11 years. World Cup final second place, that famous 4-1 loss to Brazil in 1970. European Championship winner in '68. Considered one of the greatest players of any nation. Certainly one of the greatest in Italy and of Inter. A little more work there. Mastrantonio didn't get punished. Thought was a poor kick out on the left boot. Not happy with the service from his defenders. 60 minutes gone, and the Inter fans making more noise. No doubt plenty of friends and family, as well as other representatives from the youth sectors. 16s, 15s, 17s, 18s. Roma winner of the inaugural Conference League. Was that a week ago? Just over. Referee's whistle stands with the foul on Misori. Tahirovic laying off. Rocchetti trying to get him in the one-on-one with Silvestro. Casadei supports, and they needed him there. Long loping strides of Casadei. Trippi. Volpato. Well, the movement not in sync there between Volpato and Satriano. And at what point does the thought of Persson, the top scorer, come into the mind of De Rossi? 12 goals in the regular season. Could be a long evening. We get one extra substitution if it does go to extra time. Pass from Faticanti. But again, look at the lines of the Inter defenders. Classic sort of Italian game in antiquity sense. Famous Italian journalist Gianni Brera said that the perfect match should theoretically always finish 0-0. Tahirovic switching the play. Well played, Grigar. Ndaye. Well, Roma stayed top of the league throughout the season, never really challenged. Inter their ups and downs through the campaign, didn't get off to nearly as good a start as their opponents here tonight. Picked up steam through the middle of the season as Rocchetti offside decision there. Well, the defensive drilling that Kivu's done between the midweek semi-final against Cagliari and here tonight clearly has been effective. Very under par performance against Cagliari, but kept lock and key on Roma so far. Same can be said for the Giallorossi back line, even having made that change with Karamitsis coming in after the interval. Cushion headed by Satriano. Maybe Carboni could be an option. Zuberek as well. The two started the game against Cagliari, were changed for Jürgens and Abiuso at the beginning of this match. Faticanti laid on. Trippi. Rocchetti. Volpato. Manages to turn. He's got Hotti in front of him. A little bit of space. Tahirovic. Well, tried to disguise the pass as he looked for the far corner. Just slid it into his left. And had to be a change in attack, but it is Christian Padula. He scored one goal, the 17-year-old, in the regular season. He replaces Satriano. So Christian Padula, third substitution for Alberto De Rossi. And Carboni is coming into the action. It is Pescetola who leaves. And Valentin Carboni, the brother of Franco. The Argentinian, 17 years of age, 2 goals. And Jürgens out for Zuberek, so as expected, those changes being made by Christian Kivu. Zuberek 4 goals in the regular season in 16 appearances. First touch early for Carboni. Zuberek lays off and already changes the tactics, using him as a target man. Didn't see that with Jürgens before him. And substitutions so often fundamental to change matches. 20 minutes and plus gone since we came back out. Raigar, Sangalli. Roma had a lot of the ball the last minutes, but now it's Inter's turn. On the outside, missed by Undaye. And then given away. Well, not a good pass there. Hit that about 20 meters beyond where it needed to be. Hotti. Is that just going to see Inter's collar perk up, and they're going to start putting a lot more pressure on this Roma back line. Zubarek is there in support, but it's a cross in early, and it's a great cross between the defensive line and the keeper, Mastrantonio. Not anticipated, perhaps a fraction difficult to get to. But that is the danger of Franco Carboni when he gets it right. Really good cross from the Argentinian fullback. Here's his brother, 2 years his junior, Valentin. Feel a change in momentum here in Inter's favour. Dig from range. It was Carboni. And 2 league goals in the regular season. Still, neither keeper has had to make a save, which is quite incredible now in the 69th minute. Volpato. Silvestro comes inside. He's got Sangalli. Linchpin at the base of the midfield. Silvestro's pass. Casadei backed himself, but Karamitsis left space to catch up. That's a nice drop of the shoulder. Away goes Tahirovic into Misori. Beats one challenge. Backs himself, but Graigar was covering. Tenacious. Corner kick. Oh, look at that effort there by Filippo Misori. Charged up. Giving the Czech a run for his money. And that's the sort of thing that can just change the game, change the complexion, and give a little lift to his teammates who see the defensive players come into the box, waiting for Volpato's corner kick. 5 waiting. Nice shape, and there is the goal. Vicario scored his first in the semi and his second here in the final. And it's the Giallorossi who strike first for Alberto De Rossi's Roma. End of the 70th minute. It's been the tightest of games. Nothing to separate the two sides until Vicario got on the end of that corner kick. Not good marking from Inter. And with 20 minutes remaining, it could be the perfect ending for De Rossi, and a great victory for Roma. Smiles for the Romanisti. And the Spaniard taking control of the Italian under-19 final. And the Giallorossi colours dancing along the touchline as the supporters celebrate. Bruno Conti watching on, getting hot under the collar. Bruno Conti, who's been involved with Roma from, well, perhaps when he was even in the womb, he's been a mainstay throughout his entire life, as we see Thiago Pinto there, sporting director of Roma. Coming after the substitutions when Inter looked to be taking things on the front foot. Otti. Well, that now asks the question, how do Inter react, respond to get themselves back in to this game? Well cut out, Karamitsis. Both coaches with 2 substitutions remaining. Over it goes to Misori. Touched by Sangalli. Works out just fine for Rovida. Bit of fun and games going on between the respective fans, singing to one another, or rather the Roma fans are singing to the Inter fans. Carboni into the middle, Sangalli. Grigar. And the capital colours of Roma flying on the far side after Vicario's goal. Not a bad idea, but again the Roma defence sitting back, they're ready to move in that direction, and so it had to be a perfect ball. Well, they need to come up with something. Time is not on their side. 17 minutes are plenty, but the way we've seen them struggle to make opportunities. Movement to come back inside. And a free kick in a decent position. Abiuso unnecessarily tugged there by both Rocchetti and Volpato. Dead ball gave Roma the lead. Is he going to give Inter the leveller? Nice, wow, just wasn't coming down in time. Carboni's left boot just too stiff. Kivu, himself a former lefty, was a professional. Not too impressed with that free kick. Good leap. Claim of the foul. Rocchetti taking his time. There's no movement ahead of him, so he has to go back into Tahirovic. A little too quick thinking there from Trippi. Runs into trouble and gets himself back out of it, Silvestro. Sangalli. Danger for Inter, overcommitting attack. Roma will hit them on the counter, hit them where it hurts. 2-goal advantage, you would think at this stage against Roma, would be difficult to come back from. No, they did all 3 goals from the 77th minute to the 93rd against Cagliari. And they will know that only a few days ago. The heads stay high. Got to try and get the ball into Zuberek a little bit more, though. Polish 18-year-old. Grigar. Zuberek laid off. Carboni tried to reverse the pass into Zuberek. Volpato, nice little shimmy with the shoulders. Not so much the pass. Franco Carboni couldn't get down the flank. Gives away the ball. And Grigar able to block. Zuberek hoists it. Trying to turn. Force the way through. Valentin Carboni unable to make anything there as the substitution being made. So Volpato coming off and Pagano coming in. Well, he got the assist, Volpato. And that was what it was all about. He says goodbye to the Primavera, Volpato, after his years in the lower levels, the youth sector of Roma. Only 18 years of age, but I can't imagine he'll be playing with them again next season. And a chance develops, only to be pulled back, Pagano. Nice run in behind. 2 goals in the league as Marotta continues to watch on. Seeds they've invested in for a number of years, in many cases Inter and Roma. Ones I hope to see flower into potentially the first team. Some will never make it, get into top division football around Europe, but others perhaps have a far bigger future ahead of them, as they have to make the changes. These are the last 2 remaining, and the captain Sangalli comes out, replaced by Iliev, a Bulgarian. 7 goals for Nikola Iliev. So a little further forward. So Awusu comes in for Abiuso. Awusu, 17, Ghanaian Italian. No goals in his 11 appearances, plus 1 as a sub in the semi. Tahirovic. Roma looking in control at the moment. Rocchetti. Bad slip from Silvestro. Pulls it back on the turn. Tried to make the angle, and that shot is leading to a goal kick. Tension rising. Totti over to Carbone. Casadei. We come to the end of the 80th minute. Owusu. And that goal by Vicario, one of the only, if not the only, chance on target in the game. The keeper's made a save apart from that, and that's how tight this match has been. Nothing between them but 1 good corner kick and maybe 1 good cross in. They've levelled. Casadei, the top scorer, comes good in the final. Just the ticket for Christian Kivu. Cross in was perfect, and Cesare Casadei, hailed from the sidelines, wearing the captain's armband for just a few moments after Sangalli went off, and how he shows his impact. Late run into the box, excellent cross from the Argentinian, nobody picks him up, and it fires into the back of the net. Roma 1, Inter 1. Big goal on the big stage this season. meantime, Jan Oliveras has come in. For Rocchetti. Hector De Rossi not showing too much emotion on the sidelines. Didn't have the lead for long. 2 crosses, 2 headers. Now we're back to square one. Casadei, well, they turned it around against Cagliari. Are they going to be able to do it here? There's still, well, 7.5 plus stoppages. Owusu, who has the strength, the belief, the determination to go on and win this in regulation time. Owusu's cross. Good touch. Tries to make the angle. It's clever play by Iliev. Casadei waits. This stellar season he's had. Owusu. On the turn, Carboni! Valentin Carboni. The ball almost wiping itself against the post. But again, Mastrantonio not needing to make a save. Mazzoli back into the keeper. That's the Inter fans who've refound their voice. Well cut out by Graigar. Owusu. Moretti. This is Silvestro. Taking their time. Hot. Who can land a knockout blow in these final seconds, final moments of the match, of the season? Who wants it more? Who's willing to risk? Zuberek made a good touch there, but it was well read, understood by Trippi. Ndaye into the captain. Oliveras. So 85 minutes on the clock. Oh, cut out. It's a poor pass. Graigar. Zuberek. He's got support. And it's found a way through. Defense covers up. And the ball eventually run out there by Iliev. Coming out of Ndaye's inaccurate pass. Thiago Pinto watching on. Every club at any level always loves to see trophies coming home. Carboni down the line, but Zuberek isolated. Again looking for the cross, Mizori. Deflection, crucial. Casadei. Run on the left from Iliev. It's a good pass from Casadei. Pinpoint accurate. Zuberek ahead of him. Carboni in the middle. Grigai. Well, deciding to knock it back into defense. Silvestro. Owusu trying to get away from the attention of Oliveras and does so. Owusu goes alone, and one of the first shots on target, but straight at Mastrantonio at the end of the 87th minute. Saw his name in lights. Enoch Owusu. Went to extra time in 2018, went to extra time in 2016 on both occasions. Inter and Roma respectively won. Zubarek trying to get away from Ndai. Otti. Silvestro. Now the ball given away by Silvestro. Roma react. They've won it back. Oh, it's a crucial foul though that Otti gives away. Any counter-attack disappeared as Tahirovic couldn't continue on. Are we headed for extra time? Trippi. Oliveras. Owusu read it. Oliveras still. Tahirovic. Good position. And Faticanti's shot is ballooned up. Greigar's head down. Zubarek. We're into the 90th. Haven't been that many stoppages in the game, so shouldn't be too many minutes added on. There's no flag at the moment. Pagano, claim of the handball, no, says the referee. Casadei chips it forward. Well, backed himself down the flank there, Carbone. Silvestro. The 90 minutes are up. Zubarek couldn't bring it under his control. 3 added on. Good turn. Tahirovic. Oh, and the pass too close to the defender. Pagano couldn't get there. Oliveras. Kelemitsis. Roma going to be able to hold on to the possession for the final chapter of this regulation time and turn it into a winning goal. Padula, he's gone alone. Padula, straight at the keeper. What a moment. Individual skill from Christian Padula. That would have won it. Got past the 2 defenders, set himself. And was that Roma's last chance before we go to extra time? There's a free kick in that as the ball's kicked long. Headed by Trippi. Awkward bounce. Inter on the front foot. Kelemitsis. A bit of a chance there, coming back on his stronger foot. Trippi. Oliveras. Good tackle by Owusu. Just over a minute remaining. It looks as if it's going to extra time. Vicario's header and Casadei's response. The 2 goals in a game of very few chances. Keremitsi's changing the angles, trying to make some space. Faticanti's ball. Graigas headed it out as far as the throw-in. And it's now or never. Not the moment to really juggle it there. Corner kick to Roma. Well, Volpatos off the pitch. They've decided to take it short. Hung up first time. Keeper's punch. The shot by Ndaye. Not really the one you want under that falling ball. He has scored twice this season, the Senegalese. Caught into napping. And Rovida happy to see that one go well wide. That's the full-time whistle, so we're going to extra time here. Final score after the 90. De Rossi puts his hands to his head. It is Roma 1, Inter 1. So we're back for the first half of extra time. The 2 captains flipping the coin there, Trippi and Casadei. 1-1 after the first 90 minutes, with Casadei responding to Vicario's header from the corner kick. Got to get a winner here tonight in the Primavera final. So we're going again, 15 minutes each way. If it's still level, then we will go to penalty kicks. Really very few chances in the game as a whole, with keepers having to make routine saves, really, apart from the 2 headers that ended up in the back of the net, both coming from crosses wide on the left. by the left boot of Volpato for Roma. So we're ready to find out who is going to be lifting the Giacinto Facchetti Trophy as winners of the Primavera 21 2022. Both coaches get an extra substitution. They've already used the allotted 5. Going again in to kick us off. 9-time champions against the 8-time champions in Roma. Moretti. Carboni. Away by Ndai. Casadei. Captain's armband clearly suited him. Scored just moments after he put it on when Sangalli had been substituted. That's an interesting ball. Moretti into Carboni. Ball into the channel. Zuberek offside. Recycling it quickly. And then kicking it straight out. Carboni unable to hold on to it. Vicario, the goal scorer. Touch and turn, the foul by Moretti. Good feed there by Padula to come back inside, but it's only as far as Trippi. Switches the play over to Oliveras. Russo doing a good job, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. Good dummy. Just lacked the pace to execute. Clever idea by Oliveras, and good defending too by Silvestro, and that was risky. Casadei on the chest of Ndai. Had one shot. Perhaps encouraged him to have that second, but it's well over the bar. And we've got it there, Alberto De Rossi. What have they got? What has he got up his sleeve in this final game as the Primavera coach of Roma after 19 years? Carboni. Like a foul, and referee seeing Iliev go down. Botti, Moretti. Russo, good pressure. He was fouled by Oliveras, getting his own back for the challenge just before. Moretti. Kiev is still barking instructions from the sidelines. Vicario back into Mastrantonio. Has got that look about it this game that it's going to be going to penalties. Does either side really want to gamble? If you look at the 4 minutes since we started, taking a very cagey rhythm. Faticanti. Run off the ball and staying down was Moretti. His teammates keep pushing forward. Valentin Carboni. That's his brother running back for the ball. His older brother. Owusu just adds a new angle, some pace. Valentin Carboni, step overs Owusu. Turns, slips it through. Iliev, off the post. And there was a touch, it's a corner. Nikola Iliev, the 17-year-old, after excellent work by Owusu. There was a deflection, or the keeper got a touch. It's Iliev, it's a corner. It's a good chance for Inter. Casadei was there again. Carboni. Crossfield pass. Ndiaye. Ambitious from Pagano, but he's backed himself against Silvestro. All the way to the line. The Inter defender wasn't going to give in. Competitive football there between the two. The substitute in Pagano didn't have the puff to outstrip Silvestro. Horti. Owusu. Zubarek trying to make himself available. Owusu just lacking the left boot. Moretti stepping up out of defence. This is a pass from Carboni. Zubarek. Carboni. Iliev. Good interchange. Iliev's clean through. Inter must score. Iliev! Nikola Iliev takes care of business for Inter. The comeback against Cagliari was not a one-off. They've turned it around here at the Mappe, and everybody wants another look at that sensational run by the Bulgarian Nikola Iliev. Return pass from Zubarek, still got so much to do, beats Vicario, and then lashes the shot in the bottom corner. Roma 1, Inter 2. Beautiful goal. 7 in the regular season, but that one right there counts double at this stage of the game, and Alberto De Rossi and his coach is looking somewhat at a loss here. But there's still work to do. There's still 7 minutes remaining in this half. And another 15 to play after that. How do Roma respond now? A big goal on the big stage, and Kivu having those first thoughts of raising his first trophy as a coach. One substitution for each coach remains, remember. Faticanti. Tahirovic. Are Inter going to sit back and allow Roma to come onto them? That could create more problems than they want. Ndiaye. And now Zubarek He's decided to go alone. It's not a difficult save in the end for Mastrantonio. He had support there with him as well, the striker Zuberek. Trippi, the captain of Roma, trying to take responsibility, get things going. Misori cuts inside. Good strength, Carbone. Iliev said to be the match winner. Zuberek dispossessed, playing on. 17 years of age, Nikola Iliev, one of the youngest players in the squad, came off the bench to replace Sangalli. In a sense, that substitution worked doubly for Inter because the captain's armband seemed to give clarity to the thoughts and actions of Casadei as he got the goal, and then the very same substitute as the cross is in. It's a much better ball. Arriving was Padula. Seemed far too little of that from both teams, really. Quick thinking, but a good save in the end by Rovida. 4 minutes remaining of this first half of extra time. Valentin Carbone, Owusu. Well, that was a butcher's job. So Keramitsis is yellow carded. Not a good tackle there. After Trippi slipped, Owusu got there first and he's wiped him out.
Sostituzione Roma. Esce il numero 5 Trippi, entra il numero 18 Cassano.
So out goes Trippi and in comes Cassano. Claudio Cassano, 2 goals for the 18-year-old, the captain. Well, 102 minutes, he gave it his all in the centre of the park. Obviously, they feel they need some fresher legs. Not a bad ball through, but ran out of pitch. The onus on Roma to do the running now. Inter can just sit back a little and try to get it up to half-time. Look at that for a challenge by Valentin Carbone. Graiga trying to slide it through. Not the best movement from Zuberek ahead of him on the chest. Trying to bring it down. Hotti into Owusu. Seems to have recovered from that challenge. Casadei, vice captain. Ndaye. Pagano. Well judged. Tahirovic into the channel, stood up, and Casadei was there. Owusu, could be a counter now. Zuberek making the run in, but Owusu turns back towards the support, and a little unlucky is Oliveras. Had a good impact, Enoch Owusu, since coming on. Instead of going back to the keeper, deciding to slide it over to Ndaye. This will certainly be his last game in the Primavera, 20 years of age. Men in the box, quality ball. The header wasn't there though, Padula didn't even cross the goal line. On the turn, bit of invention by Cassano, trying to pull off his own solo streak. and wins the corner in the final seconds of this first half of extra time. Kept low, shin behind, another opportunity, change of taker though. Pagano's come to take responsibility. This will be probably the last chance of the half. Well, they've added a minute, and it could be a precious minute for Roma yet. Cassano added some technical skill, but it's a counter for Inter. Owusu making the run. There's loads of space inside. Kraigar. Shot from distance. Pagano. Good contact. He felt there was a deviation. Maybe he was right. But that's going to be it from the first half. Inter taking the advantage through a wondrous one-man show from Nikola Iliev, with the interchange with Zubarek, and then dribbling, dancing his way through the box and producing a sting in the finish. So Roma 1, Inter 2. We're going to take a very short break, and then the second half as the teams swap sides. "15 minutes for Inter to hold on." This is this extra substitution, which sees Silvestro out and Nunziatini, 19 years of age, 19 appearances in the league, come in. So all 12 substitutions, 6 for each coach, have been used. And as it stands, Nikola Iliev's goal is going to be enough to see Christian Kivu lift his first trophy as a coach, and it would be Inter's 10th in the Primavera. So we're back underway. What have Roma got left in the tank? It's up to them to get the goal. They finished first in the regular league standings, 7 points ahead of Inter in second. That will all be forgotten. The history books will be written with the name of the Nerazzurri, unless Roma can find a goal. Zubarek, not a bad idea there with Carboni creeping. Oliveras lays off to Tahirovic. Inter's defensive effort far better than what we saw against Cagliari. Can they hold out? Cassano laid off. Oliveira's crosses. Valentin Carbone, Casadei. Rare error from him. Ref got in the way. And the Roma fans not happy about that. And Giordano saying there's nothing he could do about it. You can understand from the Roma perspective, they're not happy with the referee stopping the fluency and fluidity of that move as Thiago Pinto and Bruno Conti watch on. Sporting director, Roma legend, former assistant coach Conti. Owusu into the chest of Zubirek. Faticanti. Well won back by Carbone Franco. And towards his brother, but he's dispossessed. Have they just overcommitted one too many players there? Fell asleep for a second to Hidovic, but now he's woken up to overdo the pass into Cassano. Faticanti. Cassano. Long way out for the shot. Good touch. Pagano goes alone. Switching feet from right to left. Had a lot to do here. Got away from Nunziatini. But the shot just dragged wide. Rovida. There was no movement further forward by Iliev. He's already... Nunziatini. Ndaye. Tahirovic. Good header there by Grigar, who's sitting deeper, dropping into defence, so he went into the right-back position when Nunziatini came on. On the turn, Zubirek. A little risky square pass, but avoided Padula. Moretti. Keeping the ball inside their half here, Inter. Drilled it long through the middle, Zubirek. Crowded out in the end. Good defending by Karamitsas and Vicario. Ndaye turns and, well, Zubirek went down. There's a slip. Owusu on the chest. A little nervous, the play there. Both sets of players. De Rossi, Alberto De Rossi, champions with Inter 2005, 2011, 2016. Cross in, almost turned into a shot. Inter looking for the rule of 5 years. They won in 2007, 2012, 2017. Are Kivu's young men going to make it 2022? And can Alberto De Rossi's side find something in these final 10 minutes? Raigar, who's been put under pressure, he's out of his natural position, but Cassano knew he was offside. Well played, Oliveras. Still running through, Jan Oliveras. Oh, and the chance for Tahirovic disappeared. Cassano. He's got eyes of goal. Cassano. Rovida reaches to his right. And Cassano claiming the corner. The referee's given it. Charging up his teammates. Claudio Cassano. Really well struck shot. Far more action in the extra time than we saw in the entire 90 minutes. Hung up well. The header, it's not been cleared until Rovida watches it drop past his post. And there are 8 minutes remaining. Here's Cassano's attempt again. It really flew through. Comfortable height for the keeper, who's momentarily unsighted. Casadei wins the header. Carboni did make the touch. Ndaye into Misori. Faticanti. Good feed and turn by Padula, who runs into the challenge of Casadei. Moving it quickly, Pagano. Now the chance to cross it in. But it ends up in the belly of Rovida. Ndaye's head. Good header there by Graiga just to get it out. Oliveras, Cassano, again very good with the low center of gravity, able to turn away. This is Faticanti. One last Roma rush. Faticanti's pass, not a lot of space. Doesn't really need for that to be kicked out by Nunziatini. Playing into his defenders behind him. His role there in front of the back line, just in front of the centre too of Hotti and Moretti, but now it's Undaye, he's fouled. Zuberek, well, will they take this quickly or cross it in? There's your answer. Oliveras, 3 in the box. Jan Oliveras. 6 minutes to go. Keramitsis. Well, the ball ricocheting around. Nunziatini just got there in time. Maybe lucky for Ndaye that he did slip. Would have been a heavy collision. Throw back in. Roma come again. The Giallorossi need something. The fans there on their feet, hoping, praying that something can come their way before the final whistle. Cassano's pass, overlapping Oliveras, returns it, but he won't get there. Oh, not a bad challenge. Faticanti, wearing the captain's armband since Trippi went off. After 102 minutes, here in the 115th, cross in. And now bursting forward with his head down was Valentin Carboni. Inter almost there, clever pass. Zuberek, he's looked at goal once, returned the ball looking for Iliev. The Polish forward still useful in attack as Padula. A little light at the back for a moment there, Inter, but the ball didn't come. Owusu slowing things up. Breaks kindly. Oliveras on the turn. Owusu still after it. Cassano. Doesn't get the decision. The Romans complaining. Wasn't a lot of contact, and Cassano might as well just get on with the game. That was a real effort there by Owusu. Roberto De Rossi, as well as winning the Primavera Scudetto on 3 occasions. Also won the Coppa Italia twice and the Supercoppa twice. 7 major honours in his career at the Italian level. Oliveras, faticanti. That's a good ball. Laid in. Padula's turn. Vicario again. Can you believe it? Vicario to make him the hero again. And the fans on the sideline can't believe that he hasn't scored it. What a chance to level at the end. The pass, it falls to him, and it's absolutely unbelievable. It doesn't end up in the back of the net. The Spaniard will be heartbroken. Roma did get their moment. Will they get another? Cassano's through. Claudio Cassano, what a save by Rovida. Inter do not want to let it slip. The Romanisti cannot believe they haven't equalized. 2 minutes remaining. Vicario and Cassano with glorious chances. Vicario scored the opener. Better with his head as the cross comes in. Keeper's brave. Was that a handball? Chess, says the referee. They still don't think they're getting their fair share of the decisions. The time's against them. What a thrilling climax to the season. Roma, who won the league in terms of points of the regular season, but they're a minute and a half away. Corner kick to Roma. Rovida stays down. Well, there's no substitutions left. Made a decision early, was caught there and fell awkwardly. Here we can see again Cassano get in front of Griga, using that weak point. It's a good shot, and it's even better save as that attempt ends up in the gloves of Rovida. Have Inter done enough now? At 3-0 down in half-time against Cagliari. At 76 minutes, they were 3-0 down against Cagliari in the semi-final. It looked like Inter's dreams of lifting the Scudetto for a 10th time were over. But then Christian Kivu's team woke up, and now there could be a third. Iliev doesn't get there. Well played. Ndaye is running across his back line, but he's running into trouble as well. Does get the whistle. 120 minutes are all but over. But Inter even down against Roma here tonight, who are favourites coming into the match. Never stopped believing, took it to extra time, and now the 120 minutes are completed. There's no time left. Inter are champions. Inter are the 2022 Primavera champions. Christian Kivu wins his first trophy in his first season with the Nerazzurri. It is desolation for Roma and celebration for Inter. All smiles now for the Nerazzurri. Down and out 3-0 down against Cagliari in the semi-final. They turned it around in 15 minutes, went to extra time and came through the other side. Down here after Vicario's goal, but they didn't give up and came marching back through Casa Day into extra time, and then another hero in the form of the Bulgarian substitute Nikola Iliev. The winning goal. It wasn't to be a fairy tale ending for Alberto De Rossi, whose side gave everything here tonight as they're going to put up the stage for the celebration and the presentation of the Scudetto for 2021-2022, because the champions for this year's edition are Inter. We'll be back in just a few short moments for the presentation. In the meantime, enjoy the images of the celebrations and, of course, the heartbreak for the losers.
Signore e signori, ha ora inizio la cerimonia di premiazione del campionato Primavera1 TIMVISION 2021-2022. Diamo il benvenuto al presidente della Serie A, Lorenzo Casini.
Welcome back. So we're getting ready for the presentation of the Scudetto for this year's Primavera final. And what a dramatic finish it was in the end. It took a while to warm up in terms of the chances, and also remember the Pier Mario Morosini Award. with his cousin Piergiulo. Going to be presenting that with the number 25. Morosini died on the pitch in tragic circumstances when playing with Livorno. Since then they've made this award, and the winner is Cesare Casadei, the winner of this year's Pier Mario Morosini Award, and a fitting tribute there. His goal that got them into extra time, but not only, great performance in the match. And it looks to be a great future ahead for Cesare Casadei. So Roma are going to come and collect their losers' medals. Saw a lot of raw emotions from the Roma players, the young men, desperately disappointed, and of course so much hope to lift the trophy as Giordano, the referee, comes through to get his medal, as does Belsante and Lencioni, and Monaldi, who's the fourth official. Joyous evening for Inter, and fitting that it was the number 10, Iliev, to score the goal that won them their 10th crown, and it awaits to be lifted. But first we're going to see Roma and their staff come through. And so Roma, led by Alberto De Rossi, coming to the end, closing the chapter on his 19-year reign, the 64-year-old, the three-time winner of the Scudetto himself, and 4 other major trophies. Good sportsmanship as Trippi, the captain, up behind Alberto De Rossi. He'll be, of course, devastated not to have won in this final match. It wasn't his night tonight. And it's good to see the sportsmanship, and they've managed to compose themselves enough. The players for Roma devastated and emotional after the loss. We saw Bruno Conti going to console Vicario more than any, hitting the crossbar there at the end when he was right in front of the net, and he could have been so different. A chance of Cassano, more difficult. Great save by Rovida just moments afterwards with the seconds ticking down. But it just wasn't to be tonight for Roma, despite taking the lead through Vicario in the second half. Inter just managed to get those 2 goals and then hold on to it. But the opportunity to be the champions of Italy in the Primavera has passed them by this year. And we'll have to see how they do, if it is indeed going to be Federico Guido who replaces Alberto De Rossi next season. And there again, raw emotions, and desperately disappointed that they've got to walk past the trophy and not stop behind it and lift it in joy. So now the Inter players, one by one, will come up. To the winners go the spoils. Who knows where this may lead Christian Chivu in his coaching career. So Cesare Casadei collects it first, Owusu, followed by Fabian, or rather Carbone. Fabian after that. Won't go through all the players, but they're all going to line up. Their last victory in 2018, and an affirmation as well for the club, for the likes of Marotta, that things are moving in the right direction. Always great to pick up another trophy, and this year is going to be their 10th Primavera Scudetto title. Unlikely it seemed, as I mentioned at the end of the extra time when they were 3-0 down after 75 minutes against Cagliari in the semi-final. It didn't look like there was any hope that they were going to get to the final, and yet they managed to come back. They did it again here when they were down, and eventually have come out victorious. And Nikola Iliev, the number 10, scoring the goal that awards them this 10th Primavera Scudetto. Now they're primed and ready to go. Substitutes and injured players. Matias getting onto, hobbling on, just out of picture there. So it should be Zangalli, the captain, to come into centre field and centre picture. Kivu, there is Zangalli just coming into the stadium's, or rather the trophy's path. So here comes Mattia Zangalli, the anticipation. Waiting for the fireworks to go off. The 2021-22 Primavera champions are Inter. And they raise the Giacinto Facchetti trophy for the 10th time in their history. The first team ever to win the title 10 times. And the Inter legend's name is on the trophy, and the club he played 18 years for are lifting it here tonight to close out the 2022 season. A 2-1 victory in extra time, as the glory is for Inter. The Nerazzurri showed their character as a squad in the semi and the final, and so they prevail as the champions of Italy for 21-2022. That's all we've got time for from the Mapei Stadium. Leave you with the images of the celebrating players of the under-19s and the anthem of Inter playing out as they are champions.
No, non siamo pronti perché devo scaricare gli altri.
Allora andiamo sopra.
Cri magari
Stasera la voglio, stasera voglio le foto.